Do you want to purchase a tax property? That's a question that I get a lot, uh, being that, where I got my different hands and different things. And the answer is simply, is your personality. A lot of times people come ask me and say, okay, is it best for me? Is it something real? Yes, it's real. Um, for everybody out there, basically what a tax property is, you have someone who owns a property and they become delinquent on the tax properties. And what happens is because they don't pay the tax price properties, then the city, county, or state, how you want to look at it, depending on where you live, takes over um, and acquires that property. And some third party can come and purchase that property based off taxes. And this is a simplified example of what I'm of a tax property, but essentially in a nutshell, that's what it is. So let me repeat: you have someone who owns a property but behind on the taxes. Then the state or the government, local government, takes over that property, and a third party can come in and buy that property just for the taxes. But here's the thing: depending on where their property is located, you have to wait a certain period of time before you officially own it. So when you pay the taxes, it's yours for, let's say, anywhere from 3 to 5 years. But in that 35, it's yours, period. But within that 35-year range, depending on what locality you're in, that person, the original owner, can come back to the person who purchased that property and buy that property back. Nothing hostile about it at all. Now, here's the second part of it. Uh, you can make renovations, typically major renovations, nothing light, nothing that can be removed, anything like that, but major. So, say floors or a HVAC unit or windows or something major. Uh, that person has to reimburse you for that. But that's for major renovations. So, with that being said, to go back to the original question, do you want to purchase a property a property that's been delinquent on taxes? Once again, it goes back to your personality. Um, I always tell people, always consult a lawyer in these matters, because it can become a lot of red tape, a lot of paperwork, but you have tons of programs out there. So I know just in the Birmingham area, Birmingham, Alabama, they have what they call a land bank, which they're basically what they're trying to do is take all those properties that have tax delinquencies, pull them together and sell them in bulks, or sell them, basically in bulk. That's what it is. And the reason why they're doing that, because what you'll find out is that you have a lot of uh, properties that dilapidated, and obviously neighbors can't take that property, yada yada yada. So they're just what they're trying to do is find ways to increase the community and neighborhood value, and that's done through the government. So what are some of the pros and cons of purchasing a tax property? One, get a property for cheap. Hello. Another one is even if you do put major renovations in, you do get that money back, and you get it with interest too. Now, some of the cons to that is you must wait a certain period of time. So you really can't do anything major with that property until it's fully cleared. So you can't transfer the property to anybody else. You can, but then that person is gonna have to wait within that time period to require that for the original, give that chance for the original owner to get the property back. And so I know for me, when I invest in real estate, a lot of times for business purposes, and depending on your cash flow, you don't want to necessarily try to hold your money up for 3 to 5, 10 years, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Once again, I'm just saying these are just numbers. I always tell people, consult a real estate lawyer in regards to this, and I'm not just talking about a real estate lawyer that does closings. That is different. Those individuals, they can help you because they can tell you if it's in the liens of the property. They can tell you the value of it, if it needs renovation, things of that sort. Another con to this is typically tax properties have to have a lot of work done to it. I know this sounds crazy, but most of the time tax property, from my experience, this is my experience, is that it's usually like an elderly grandparent or a parent who either had some kids, had several kids, and they were kind of just fighting over it, and no one took up the slack to pay the property taxes on it to make sure that it was covered, or they didn't have anybody to look after them, so it kind of ran down. They were probably put in a nursing home or something like that, and so they didn't have anybody to look over the property, so it's kind of run down. Third one is, someone had to run our house or something like that, and the property, the owner just kind of made their money and just like, okay, whatever, and really couldn't get the money back, or didn't want to take the time to sell it. I mean, it's several different reasons, but because of those reasons, the property has just basically ran down. So, yeah, you can probably get a property for $3,000 to $5,000, $10,000, but it's going to take some major renovations, anywhere from 30 to $100,000 plus to rent it, depending on where you are. I mean, if you're in California, it's gonna be more expensive than that, yada, yada, yada. So, another one is, another con to it is typically you have various family members who are kind of jaded, because one, they just don't understand what's going on. They don't understand, like, well, why is the government trying to take, mom's house? They don't understand. They don't have a lawyer on their side to say, okay, all you have to do is this, and you can get your property back. So, for people who have those soft hearts, it can be a difficult process for you, in the sense of, this is someone's family home, and the person just didn't have the opportunity to get the property, or just didn't know how to get the property back. So, once again, I'm not saying yay or nay to owning a tax property. Once again, I think it really just boils down to your personality. I always tell people, always consult a lawyer. You definitely want to consult a lawyer to kind of see where you want to go, where you want to be, what's your temperament, like what is it that you wanted to do long-term game. Some people like new construction, so they don't want to have to renovate a house. These houses sometimes be in questionable neighborhoods, and some people just don't want to deal with that. So it's really, how do you feel? Where do you want to be? What's your tolerance level on different things? So I hope this video has helped you guys. Please follow me on all my social media platforms. That's Get Rice Now. That's GETRICENOW. You guys have a great day.